Okay, Chris, tell me what you know about glass. I mean, gear. Oh, that was a Freudian slip.
Don't do that. Yeah. What?
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 I want to play with it, damn it.
Okay.
Okay. No, you play with it. No, I want to play with it.
Hello. Fine, thank you. How are you?
So the speaker's built into here. Dual mic.
Dual microphones. And
How do you release the class? Here, put it on my wrist.
it might be a bit too small.
Can I don't want... It's kind of an expensive watch just to lay around. So you'd have to... I would... Oh, okay, there it is. I have a pretty small wrist, too, and this is... Okay, hold on. That was a little bit too far back.
I think yours on mine, so I know where it is.
Oh, yeah, so you don't walk... Okay, that's a little snug, but you know what, that's fine for the demo. Okay, so...
No, careful.
Mic...
Yeah. So swipe down, and you get the camera.
Let me take a picture. That's not bad.
And then swipe across to see the photo you just took. Pinch zoom, so it's a bit fiddly.
What's that menu up here?
That menu is the sharing menu and deleting menu. So you can share to, at the moment, only Pat on this, or transfer over to the phone. And if we do that, what we should get here is there we go, Galaxy Gear, and there's the photo you took.
So it automatically transfer, or do you have to do it manually?
I think it will back up eventually, but you can do it manually, I reckon. Just bring it back, swipe down to go back a step, back again. You can toggle over to video mode, and it will, once that message is gone.
So it's what, a 10-second recording?
10-second recording.
That's something they told us at the presentation.
Yeah. So you can record back and around.
Some guy's butt.
Yeah, and you can also tap to stop it if you want to. And again, you get the same.
What's the resolution?
The video size. The video size. It's
cool.
It's either 640 by 640 or 720p, or smaller again if you want.
Let's do. And then does it transfer the video instantly as well?
That's what I'm wondering. I imagine it will come over.
Did you see a Twitter app?
There is Twitter.
So, alright.
So it's not synchronized yet.
Record myself. Well, I can't see my own self.
Okay, so
how do you take pictures of yourself?
You can't unless you have a really flexible arm. Yeah, like that. Swipe up to get the.
It's quite thick, isn't it?
Are you going right now?
Swipe up to get the dialer.
Is that the dialer or the calculator?
No, dialer.
Seconds.
And then.
Are you ready? Yeah.
It will.
Okay, cool.
But obviously that's not a number. So.
Oh yeah.
Wait till Tommy
do that.
Yeah.
So this isn't actually making a phone call.
No, it's emerging as a Bluetooth headset. Basically. So
this is killing me. I gotta loosen this up. I'm like,
it's the top city line. Do you want me to text it to you now?
It's a shame that you can't change out the band because of.
Yeah, I'll send it to you right
Oops.
Okay, alright mate, 1 sec. Bye-bye.
I really do like this orange though.
Yeah, it's a nice colour. But 6 different colours.
6 different colours.
Yeah. And so, okay, so that's the dialer. And then if you swipe through, you get all the different sort of shortcuts to the main applications. So it's the pedometer.
That's useful.
Might not have any, so it hasn't got any data in at the minute, but it tells you tips on how to increase your steps. So walk faster, for instance.
Yeah. Bigger strides.
And the S trainer tells you, gives you an example on.
Does that sync to the Note 3?
Yes, on the
and it does all the analysis?
App on there, and so this is
it's buzzing me. So it's like a buzzer.
So this is basically telling you that you should be walking faster, but because you're tethered, you're not going to be able to.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to be going that far.
So we leave that pedometer.
For early software, it seems like it's quite responsive.
Yeah, this is a media controller, so there isn't actually an MP3 player on the smartwatch itself.
Okay.
But instead you can control what's playing on the phone.
Okay. That's not bad.
The gallery, which is obviously where you see.
Can you transfer? Is it a bi-direction? Can you transfer pictures from the?
I believe it will synchronize some pictures on the phone.
But it's not enough memory, right? They didn't mention what the memory.
There's 4 gigabytes of memory inside, 512 megabytes of RAM.
Okay.
And a custom 800 megahertz processor.
Well, voice memo is cool. Because that's something that you can always, for like meetings. Oh,
so apparently.
Max is 5 minutes?
Yes, you can only take up to 5 minutes.
Then you just start over, right?
You take another one, yeah. So but the idea is that you're supposed to be able to record a voice memo and then have it transcribed.
Hey, sexy.
Press the button.
Okay. Now, does it transfer to the Note 3 and then it
sent to mobile device, so
and it transcribes it?
we have voice memo converting speech to text.
You know, my arm's getting really tired.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, like, hang out down here.
It goes here.
So, and now we have the
I was trying to work out how to do this. Right.
and have it transcribed.
Okay.
It looks like the
Does it transcribe it, or does it go to Evernote and then Evernote transcribes it for it?
I'm not sure actually. That's a good question. It doesn't seem to have given me any text here, which is.
I just wanted to. You're right.
Hi, I'm right in the middle of working.
Oh, sorry. Hello. So we'll come back and have a look at it because at the moment it doesn't seem to have done any transcription. So other features on here. We'll swipe across again. Media control gallery. S-Voice. Very good. So the S-Voice feature that has been available on Samsung smartphones since I think the Galaxy S2 now allows you to give speech commands to the smartwatch, and it's obviously passed through.
Is it a full S-Voice, or is it pretty
it
hard
does have all
down?
of the features. It's kind of a little bit pared back. So, for instance, you can't ask for web pages and Google searches.
Does this do web page search?
This won't. No.
You can't surf the web on here
You
as
can't
well?
surf the web on here. You can't get navigation instructions on here, which seems like a bit of a missed opportunity because the wrist would be the ideal place to quickly glance at.
Agreed. Yeah.
But what you can do is you can do things like set an alarm for 8 a.m.
Does it have to have Ethernet, or is it getting data from the Note 3?
So the data goes through from the data connection on the Note 3. So as you can see here, it set the alarm and it tells us what it is.
Does it set the alarm on the watch and the Note 3, or just on?
That's an excellent question. Let's have a look. So if we go into the clock, where are we?
Is it just clock?
Oh, yes, it is. Alarm. So it seems like the alarm is actually saved.
Yeah, it's just on the watches.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't catch it. So.
Oh no, this is I think a new request.
Ah.
So, for instance, we can say something like text Michael. I don't know if there's anyone actually called Michael in the address book, whether that will be.
So the address book is saved on the watch, on gear, or is it on?
It's synchronized with what's on the phone.
I see. It didn't catch that.
But I mean, I think it's quite noisy around here.
Yeah.
And I don't obviously know all of the different things. So, but we can. You can see notifications, which shows you, well, which would show you all of the things that come in recently.
Can you swipe through it, or can you clear it, kind of like on Android?
Yeah. And then, of course, there is the full apps page. So this is where all of the other apps live that don't have kind of primary real estate. So you have things like third-party apps like Runtastic. You have the schedules that will pull in your calendar from your phone. As you can see,
Is it just view only, or can you also edit?
No, it's just view only.
That took a while.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, TripIt is nice.
Sometimes the gestures, kind of aren't recognised first time. You've got stopwatch and a timer, so you can use it like a regular watch. TripIt for.
Yeah, I use that a lot for travel.
You
should too.
Again, it's
syncing from
so it
Note
might
3.
take a little while to do that.
So when they quote 25-hour battery life, that means this thing is completely tethered to the Note 3.
This has a permanent Bluetooth connection going for it to be obviously connected.
That, if you really think about it, that's pretty impressive from a battery perspective, because 25 hours on any device is fully tethered on Bluetooth. So I'm assuming it's Bluetooth 4.0 then?
It is. It's Bluetooth 4.0 using the low energy profile.
Right.
So it's talking about no phone connectivity. There's an awful lot of devices.
What's powering this in terms of processor? Before we get back to the next app.
800 megahertz custom single core processor, 512 meg of RAM.
That's not bad.
4 gigabytes of.
That's all you need. It's a watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of obviously been built to suit what they need it for. You get the weather, and you can actually have the weather integrated on the watch face screen as well, and just tap in and see a forecast.
What are we hearing? Is that coming from? Oh, okay.
And you can see different locations.
Not that you would want to watch videos on here, but can you
can
stream
a
show
you
or
can't stream on
YouTube?
You can watch videos that you've recorded.
Okay.
So there's the camera, chat on for messaging coming over from the phone. I don't know if
but that's just again read only, right? You can't.
No, you can respond to messages using S-Voice. Yeah. Contacts the dialer. Find my device is quite cool. You go in, choose start.
Why would you want to find your device if you're wearing your watch?
Well,
I'm messing with you.
It finds your phone, or
just the Note 3 or any of your devices that you've.
Initially, just the Note 3. So what Samsung basically said is that they will have a version of the app, or they're hoping to have a version of the app for other Galaxy series devices. They've got no plans to support other Android phones or other platforms with it. So at the moment, it's definitely going to be Samsung only. That's what it seems.
So if I want to look at the display, while you're doing that, I just have to tap it, or how do I activate it?
There's only one physical control on it, and that's on this side. It's a power and home.
So I push that, and display comes on.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be cool if they had a gesture where I just
actually
move my wrist?
If it's turned on, I don't think the setting is done.
There you go.
You only lift your wrist up.
Okay, so if I'm. Hang on a second. I need to. This is coming loose. This is getting really annoying. Let me tighten this up first before you continue with your demo.
You realize I have demoed all this already.
But I want you to walk me through it so I understand this, so I can tell people what it's all about. Oh, cool. Okay, so if I want to know what time it is and it's in standby mode, I just
move your wrist and it comes on.
I move it up.
Yep.
And the
accelerometer and gyroscope in there turn it on. So this is the gear
This is going to annoy me banging on
This is the Gear Manager app that runs on the Note 3. And you can see that connected. This is where you would install all the different...
Is this going to last 25 hours?
This should last 25 hours, I think. The Note 3. I mean,
really?
With a Bluetooth connection going. I think so. It's low power Bluetooth as well. But this also has a Find My Watch feature, which means that I can then start basically ringing the watch. So, and the clever thing about that is that the Find My Watch and the Find My Phone feature doesn't actually use Bluetooth Low Energy. It uses regular Bluetooth 4, so the range is much greater. So if you dropped your phone down the back of the sofa, maybe, or it's in a drawer somewhere.
Does it power the Bluetooth down on Gear as well, or?
Yeah, it uses the higher powered Bluetooth for a moment. Before just while you're finding it.
Gotcha.
And so let's go back into the apps. So you've got gallery.
Oh, that's cool. Golf Navi.
Golf Navi.
So is that like when you swing it and you can see how far your ball is, or how does that work?
I believe it's to do with showing you directions for around different golf courses.
I see. So it makes sense.
But I don't think it's going to find any golf courses here because we're in the middle of the
it's a demo. Oh, Pebble Beach.
Okay. So this would tell us to go to the teeing.
That's a good use case. I would wear Gear for golf.
Yeah,
I mean that makes sense.
And then
but it's not giving me a map. It just
it gives you a guide to what you should be aiming.
Because if it would give me kind of a map, then I would know the elevation and the wind speed and all that good stuff.
I mean, I'm not a golfer, but that does sound exciting.
You need to get out more.
I know, but not to play golf. So you'd have to sign into this Live 360. It's a way to kind of build a multimedia diary kind of thing. Line, the messaging service.
We use that. That's good.
The logs of what comes in and out, the media control, which we already saw. MyFitnessPal, which seems to have got a problem with the connection.
Lost the connection.
This is still sort of pre-release software. So this would basically tell us kind of what we've been doing, food, exercise, how many steps.
So does that live in the cloud somewhere, or
yeah, it's
all the data?
synchronizes with your MyFitnessPal
You know,
account.
that fits quite nicely. It's not like wiggly.
But the clever thing is, if you want to log your
Well, why don't you just take my wrist and do what you want with it, buddy?
If you want to log what meals you're eating, you can scan the barcode on, for instance, like a jar of pickles, and then we haven't actually got a jar of pickles.
That makes sense. Like, it would just scan it.
You'd scan it, it would go bleed, like you're in a supermarket.
And then does it save it on the watch, or does it...
I think it just uses it to search it with a database of different foods.
Okay.
And then puts into MyFitnessPal what...
Now, that's useful. I can see that being really useful.
Yeah. We've got path integration for sending just hypothesis to a small group of
right.
people. There's the pedometer that we looked at.
Pocket's cool.
Yeah, which is a kind of a read it later kind of thing. And what obviously we'll log down.
That's quite a bit of app. I mean, at launch. That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, and the interesting thing about Pocket is that it will actually read out, so if you use text to speech, and so the watch will actually read out the articles that you save for later.
Okay.
But
I'll buy that.
Runkeeper, which are kind of very well known running tracking things.
Right.
And it will use the signal from your phone as well to track how you're going. Basically, if we were running along. Running seriously.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And then, so we could then save the thing. So we ran for 7 seconds there and burned 0 calories.
I'm tired already.
I know, we're going to get some dinner after.
Are there more apps?
There's Runtastic, which is another running app. S-Voice, the schedule, which always...
Go through the setting real quick. We're right back to where we started.
Yeah, so in the settings, you've got the thing for the clock, set the time and date, sound, so whether vibrates turned on, whether are touch tones, and the different ringtones you've got.
I can see this as the vibration when you wake up in the morning. That's kind of cool, because then you're not waking up your wife or your significant other.
Depending on who you sleep. Yeah. On the display, you can adjust the brightness of it, how
screen
times out.
Font size. That's cool.
So you can make it smaller if you want, or
there we go.
Yeah, or normal. Bluetooth settings.
Privacy lock. How do you unlock that?
Well, what this is actually, it's not about the privacy of the watch itself. It's actually about the settings and the security on the phone. So if you remember what Motorola's done with the Moto X, the little clip-on.
Yeah.
You're moving me. So if you've got your phone locked, if it comes within a certain distance,
it unlocks it.
About 5 feet, it will automatically bypass the pin lock. So whenever you open it up, you don't have to put in a pin or anything.
So it's within like arm's length or something?
Roughly 5 feet, 1.5 meters or so.
Okay.
And then when you walk away, it locks it back up again.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. I was going to go back to the camera there, my bad. Back into the settings. So that's privacy lock. And basically then you can just reset it, and this just tells you about the battery status, 96%, and just charge it up. It has a kind of a cradle that you snap it into and plug with my previous
So it pretty much...
You can see it's got... Well, you would be able to see if it didn't have this lock on.
So you take this off.
Well, this is just to hold
Okay. So this is making the watch a little bit thicker than it should be, right?
And heavier. So underneath there you've got a row of pogo pins.
Right.
And it kind of clips into a thing which folds down. You can still see the screen, and actually when it's there on your bed, on your nightstand, let's go back to the home screen. When it's on your nightstand, I don't think it's going to do it now because it's not clipped in.
So it turns into
a
clock?
The screen around so that when it's sitting there, you'll be able to see it.
Can you change that in settings, or is that just not available? Because that's a nice feature.
I think it's just because it's not clipped into the
okay.
Yeah. So that's the smartwatch. I mean, we're hearing it's going to be around $299.
$299?
Yeah, it's going to go on sale alongside the Galaxy Note 3.
Okay.
In late September.
Is there a bulk discount? Like if you buy one, you get the next one for like... that would be cool. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so that's the Galaxy Note. The Galaxy Gear.
Cool. Hey, would you wear it?
Would I wear it? I would certainly. I'm looking forward to trying it out and having an extended play.
You know, when we do get it, I'm gonna have to arm wrestle you for it.
If I break your arm, then you won't be able to.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, no, right arm. I wear mine on the left. So, all right, cool. All right, you want to talk about the Note 3 real quick?
Not really.
Let's talk about it. Let's give it like 2 minutes. Tell me some things you like about the Note 3.
Okay. Well, for a start, I like this case. I like how you can still get access to all of the to various different applications.
And it's quite larger than the S4.
And you can still use things like Action Memo and write things through there. So if you just want to quickly pull out pen, take a note, there it is. When you open it up, so the new the big features is the new sensitive pen and this new launcher thing. So if I hover down and click, you see you get the command panel, and I'm hovering over these, and you see the different features. So for instance, there's Action Memo. I can tap into there, and I can do, say, if I'm doing a phone number, so 415-890, it's not really any reason for that. I can select it, or if I don't want that whole number, I can just select a bit of it. And I've missed out some on my 5 there, so I'll just take it all. And then you see you get all these options for how to actually use that. So I can make a call to that number, I can add it to contacts, I can use it in messaging, so it would send a message to that shortcode number. I can send it by email. The nice thing is that whereas in previous Samsung customizations, they made you use Samsung's own email app, for instance.
Right.
Now, when you tap on it, it will let you choose whichever email app you want. So you can, if you're a Gmail user and you prefer using the Android Gmail app, you can still use that, but you still get to use this functionality, which is pretty cool. And you've also got browser support, so you can open it up as a link, maps, and you can use it to create a new task.
Hey, you know we should look? The 4K camera.
Sure.
Let's go take a look at that, because I don't think we had a chance to look at that. Let me start the camera recording over for that.